In a quiet African village where status meant everything, a poor young man once knelt before the woman he loved and she laughed at him. Years later, the same village would kneel before him. This is the story of Kelechi, the boy who turned rejection into destiny. Kelechi was born in a small, dusty village surrounded by golden fields and red earth. His father, a humble farmer, taught him one thing: poverty is not a curse, my son, unless you accept it. Every morning, Kelechi walked 5 miles to the market to help his father sell cassava and palm oil. He was quiet, hardworking, and full of dreams that stretched far beyond the boundaries of the village. But dreams don't fill an empty stomach, and in that village, poverty was an identity. Then came Adiz, the most beautiful girl in the village. Her father was the chief's advisor. Her clothes imported, her smile like sunlight. And Kelechi loved her quietly. For months, he saved the few coins he earned to buy her a small gift, a silver bracelet. It wasn't much, but to him, it was everything. One evening, as the sun painted the sky crimson, Kelechi walked to her home. The village kids followed, whispering. He stood before her, trembling, heart full of courage. "Adiz," he said softly, "I may be poor, but one day I'll make you proud to know me." She laughed loud enough for everyone to hear. "Proud?" she said mockingly. "Kelechi, go look at yourself. You can't even buy a pair of shoes. What could you ever give me?" The laughter burned deeper than fire. He dropped the bracelet, turned, and walked away. Behind him, whispers followed. The poor fool thought he could marry Adiz. That night, Kelechi made a silent vow under the stars. "I'll never beg for love again. I'll build my worth until even the earth remembers my name." The next morning, Kelechi left the village. No money, no plan, just a heart full of purpose. He worked on farms, in construction. Anywhere he could learn and earn. He learned how to repair engines, then started fixing broken machines. Years passed. His hands grew strong, his heart wiser. He sent money home to help his mother, but never returned. In a distant town, he met Mr. Bello, an old engineer who saw fire in his eyes. Mr. Bello took him in, taught him business, and gave him access to something priceless: knowledge. By 28, Kelechi had saved enough to start a small workshop. He repaired, invented, and improved farming tools so efficient that word spread across neighboring towns. Within 5 years, his tools were in every market. His name became known beyond borders. He built an agricultural company and farmers began calling him the engineer of the people. But in all that success, he never forgot that laughter, the one that once broke him. 10 years later, the village was dying. The river had dried, crops failed, and men left to seek work elsewhere. Kelechi, now a man of means, decided to return quietly. He came in a convoy of trucks filled with food, water tanks, and farming equipment. The villagers didn't recognize him at first, his clothes fine, his face matured. He called the elders together. "I am Kelechi," he said calmly. "I came not to boast but to build." He funded a borehole project, rebuilt the school, donated fertilizer and machinery. Children cheered, women wept. He built new roofs over old homes, including Ada Ez's. When her father heard who he was, he came with his daughter to thank him. Adiz stood before Kelechi, eyes wet, voice trembling. "I don't deserve to speak to you," she said. "I was blind and foolish." He smiled gently. "No," he said, "you taught me the greatest lesson. That real wealth is built in silence, not shown to be loved." Then he turned to the people and said, "No one should ever be judged by what they wear or where they sleep. A man's value lies here," touches his chest and his heart. The crowd went silent. And slowly, one by one, people began to kneel. Not out of worship, but out of respect. The same soil that once held his tears now held their gratitude. Kelechi stayed 4 months, training young men and women in trade, business, and innovation. He created jobs, transformed farmlands, and turned the once forgotten village into a hub of opportunity. At the opening of the new school, the chief gave a speech. "Today," he said, "we kneel before a son who became greater than our pride. We kneel to thank him for reminding us of what true success means." That night, Kelechi stood outside under the stars, the same sky under which he once made his vow. He whispered, "Father, you were right. Poverty was never a curse, it was my beginning." And as the wind moved through the trees, it was as if the village itself whispered back, "We see you now, Kelechi, we see you." Never underestimate a humble beginning. Sometimes rejection isn't meant to break you, it's meant to build you. For every heart that's been mocked, doubted, or overlooked, remember, the world may laugh today, but when your time comes, they'll kneel in respect tomorrow.